But what was the name of that song though?
When did?
When did? And you already spoke about like the inspiration behind it, but just in case it was zoned out at the beginning, what is that song about?
I mean, basically, the climate right now with the culture, it's kind of like I'm the anti-city girl.
Oh, that's what it's all about?
Right. You know what I mean? So it's like, they got their turn at it, but you know what I mean? The pendulum got to swing at some point. So I'm just here basically to hold all the homies down and let them know, know your worth. Don't let nobody use you, manipulate you, and, stay on your purpose.
And I know that you're younger, but I'm an old dude.
Yeah.
So there used to be a group called Sporty Thieves back in the days, and they used to make the male version all of the female songs. So is that something that like you might be getting into? It's like taking their songs and flipping it and making it, like the man version?
Well, I'm really like an artist. Like I don't like watch other people and try to emulate shit at this point in my career. So I'm really living right in my experiences and going through the world and seeing what's going on from my eye perspective. Then I reference that in my music, and this is shit that I'm seeing. I'm traveling to Miami. I'm seeing crazy shit. I'm seeing the ring come off in Miami. I'm seeing all types of wild shit. You know what I mean? So I understand the culture. I understand the dating world. I see the time we living in. Social media done changed everything. So I just talk about it like a poet.
Yeah, and I'll definitely co-sign you on that because I've known you for quite some time now.
Quite some time.
And basically like, I've just seen your growth.
Yeah.
From the young wild one.
The young wild, thinking I knew everything, and I still had a lot to learn.
And now, like I just see like you really moving, you really shaking with your music. You're making a lot of hits.
Yeah.
Like a lot of radio ready music.
Right.
And then on top of that, like you're really out there networking and shaking hands and kissing babies, getting up on your political joint.
All of that.
So speak about that.
Well, how I say
movies and series
we could get in. We could get into that. So for those who don't know, I got into acting and all of that. I want to let y'all know that if you got one gift, don't think that might be the only gift God gave you. And a lot of the times, we've been programmed to think we only good at this or that, and we don't even try. There'd be like other shit we good at, and we don't even know because we ain't even like pick it up and try it, right? So they always used to tell me, yo, you look like you could get into acting, right? So I was trying to exit the street. I was looking for an exit strategy, and I heard that like just being an extra on film, on set, those guys make at least $50,000 a year. So I was like, yo, until I figure this shit out, I could transition out of here and I could do this, and keep doing my music. So I started fucking around with the acting and all of that, and it took off. It started off as being like a background actor, and then I started getting roles, and then I would go into auditions, and people would be like, yo, you ever went to acting school? Like, who taught you? I'd be like, oh, this is all natural. And they'd be like, whoa, we don't see that too often, right? So fast forward, I was just on the season of Wu-Tang on Hulu. I did, with Showtime, I did Billions. I did something on MTV called Singled Out. And I got a bunch of other stuff that's under wraps, but due to like contracts and stuff like that, we can't speak on too much that anything ain't been released yet.
Yep, the non-disclosure agreements.
Yep.
Yes.
That bag.
So, yes,
that bag.
You will get sued if you start talking about this before we announce it. But so one thing before like we actually get out of here, because I want them to go ahead and check out that music.
Right.
What can you say to somebody, because like you always said that if they might have a second gift or a third gift or whatever the case may be, but when it comes down to the acting, because everybody want to be an actor, everybody want to be up on TV,
right.
Be like, mama, look, I'm on TV.
Yeah, fact.
Like what advice can you actually give them to actually make it, like how do you get the gig with Hulu and Showtime?
If you want to get into the acting business, the easiest way is to get with an agency, they have certain agencies where you could walk in and they can assess you, and then you could work out something with them, but just be very careful because a lot of people out here, they will get you. As far as actually for all types of money and all of that, the best way I would say is to today is so simple, like with all this camera and stuff like that, and put yourself out there and then just see what happens. Because aside from acting or anything, I believe in the law of attraction. And sometimes, like, if you just really put yourself out there, you'd be surprised how shit just open up for you. And to be honest with you, that's what I would do. That's what I would do.
And where can they actually stream it? Is it on all platforms?
So
is it released yet? Because most of the time, whenever I link up with you, you be doing like a lot of unreleased stuff.
Yeah. So you know, prior, like, you know, we did the last time.
You know, we didn't know that it was gonna be a pandemic.
We did not know we couldn't predict that. I'm sorry, guys. I could do a lot of things, but I can't predict the pandemic. But that kind of like put everything on hold. So now that, you know, things seeming like they about to, you know, go back to how they was before, now we're gonna start putting the music out. So I would say just follow me on the gram, and, you know, you'll get to turn your notifications on, and, you know, you'll see it when it comes. My Instagram is nyrude_. Pretty simple, you know, not too hard, you know. And I just want to tell you one more thing. I just enrolled at MIT.
Okay, shout out to that. All right, do that one time.
Yeah, I wanted to get into the tech space, and usually I see that a lot of artists, especially in the hip hop culture, we try to like branch out once we establish ourselves. Well, I'm not waiting until I have 1 billion streams or $1 million to branch out. I could branch out right now because the technology's here and I see the direction everything is going in. So I just want to put myself in position to be in the same room as the smartest people in the world.
You know, I definitely co-sign on that. And one thing that I would say is, like, you don't have to wait until you get $1 billion, because that tech can actually get you to that $1 billion.
Facts. See?
You know, like Chameleonaire, you know, he made some music, some money off his music, but he made most of his money off of tech.
I did hear something about that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's heavy up in the tech space. But one more time, how can they follow you?
Oh, follow me on Instagram, nyrude_, NYRUDE_.
And my name is Slims Bank. Follow us, put me on Ink on all social media. And this is The Release.
All right.